We rolling? We started? Is
Yeah,
this it? This is reasonable ignorance?
Not yet. We got you. Listen.
Yes, sir.
Now,
This is the ignorant shit you like.
I am King
This is
Cooler.
the ignorant shit you
I'm Magic
love.
Mike.
This is the ignorant shit you like. Come on. This is the
You know
ignorant
it's a
shit
booty
you
house when a
love.
motherfucker got a 9 chasing a chicken. Bombs!
We're back, and bombs, yeah. Me and Magic Mike are in here in this building right now. What's going on?
Nothing much, man. Chicago's still standing.
Chicago still standing?
Van Dyke was convicted last Friday.
Hand claps, hand claps.
And people were still a little upset, because, the guys that have been to jail, they know the rules, they know the law shit. It was one guy explaining to me the whole, like he got charged on every bullet that he shot. He got a count, this and that, and these guys when they go to jail, they seem to learn the law a little better before they broke it. You know what I'm saying?
Wait. Is that true there, sound guy Mike, former,
I honestly, I don't know how that shit works with that. I don't pay attention to that.
You don't pay attention?
Mike probably, knew how to read and, so forth before he went to jail.
You didn't become a jailhouse lawyer when
Hell no.
you were locked up for a couple of
Hell
times?
no, that.
I mean, we
or-
can talk. We could talk like that, right? 'Cause
Yeah.
you've gone on record as saying that you've been
Yeah.
locked up a couple of times.
Yeah. More than a couple times, but yeah, I've never.
God damn,
I've never.
motherfucking felon in here.
I'm not a felon. I'm close, but I'm not.
Sound like Cat Williams there. I'm not a felon. No.
No,
Let's
not-
get this straight.
Yeah, I'm not a felon.
Okay, go
Not
ahead.
a felon. But nah, man. I when I'm in there, I really don't pay attention to that shit. There's other people in there who's praying and all that shit. There's some people who go straight from Christianity to Allah. you know?
Pop it.
Yeah.
All right, that was called a remix right there.
Yeah, they put it on your charges. You get close to God. They told me you get close to God real good. And the one guy I know for a fact,
Stories.
this guy used to be on Sealy. He did a couple episodes about Sealy, 6 and Sealy.
Right.
His name was Odie.
Mm-hmm.
Odie had a tip murder and a murder charge. He beat them both. He was going for like a year and a half, probably 2 years. He came back out because he beat him in the county jail. He beat the charges. They was all outside of his mama's house on the porch, surrounded with 40 ounces. They ready to party with him. A man came to the door with a different accent. He said, "Guys, I'm about to have Bible study. Would you guys like to join?"
Pop it.
He had a different persona about himself, and this is my word. This is like 92.
Okay.
To this day, he's never changed. He has a restaurant now that is doing quite well. It's right over there on 86 in Cottage Grove.
What's the name of the restaurant?
Where they do the salads and with the salmon in it, and what's the name of the spot, man? Damn, I can't think of it right now. He catered Corey's.
That's it. That's his spot.
That's his spot right there by the Foot Locker, right down the street, where they got all the church clothes at for the old ladies.
Okay, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. That's his spot. I can't think of the name of it now, but yeah.
Well, that's the truth, though, right?
Yeah.
I mean, you said he did a year and a half in there.
Probably 2 years, a year and a half. He fought his case. He beat it, and he didn't come back out and get with the guys. He found God, and he stayed with God. Yeah, he married his lady when he came out. He got deep. He stayed with the church, and he just stayed true to who he was. He never did change up. He never did go back with the fellas. He told them simply, so that's how I know, like, it's on the person to own up to what they want to do and what they want to be when they come home.
Choices, right?
Their choices.
Right.
And he said, "I'm about to have Bible study. Whoever's welcome, whoever wants to come in is welcome. Everybody else, that's not the life I lead no more."
Damn.
And like it was about 2 or 3 guys like, "Man, folks change."
Pop it.
Did anybody get up and go with him?
I'm not quite sure.
What kind of 40 did you have?
No, I didn't have no 40. You know, because I wasn't drinking like that then.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I wasn't on that side, but we was right next door, and that's how we witnessed it.
Okay.
You know what I mean? He was a little. You know, he was one of the little shooters back then.
Uh-huh.
You know, I was still on the basketball tip. You know,
Right.
with the comedy shit, just
Stories.
being myself. You know, partying, fucking around the deep hall with Melvin. You know, I was on the scene guy. I wasn't into the. You know, I was taking a few cars back then. I ain't gonna lie. I was taking a few cars.
Okay, but
on the Southside. But anyway, one guy came in and broke the whole case down. But you know the thing about this guy?
Oh, but hold on 1 second. Just hold on. Just hold that thought for 1 second. Going back for a minute. How many times have you seen or heard about? How many times have any of you guys seen or heard about that from a person who gets locked up?
Well, you hear the stories. I'm gonna change. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do that. And when they come home, they catch amnesia. You know, because most of them come home to the same environment and circumstances that they was in before they left.
Okay.
So, you know, you really don't know your way out. You gotta find somebody that you trust, that you probably could give into a little bit and be like, hey man, this is my situation.
Okay.
I don't wanna go back to jail. I got these charges against me. This is on my record. I can't read. I just got out of 8th grade. I got probably a 9th grade education at best. You know, I got 2 baby mamas. And, you know, I'm just telling you, like, you know, the circumstances probably where the guy is looking about 24, 25 years old. So we're looking at our community here in Chicago. So when you see these guys, you try to help them. Even when they're 18 or 19, you know, they got 2 kids.
Have you been locked up before?
No.
Never.
No.
Not even for
As long as it was like 36 hours a whole weekend.
the whole weekend. So you got locked up for a whole weekend.
Yeah, a whole weekend.
Did you-
Never went to the county.
Never went to the county.
You never got processed.
No. Never went to the county.
See?
I was in there on some trucked up charges. The cable guy, man, I got the hype to get the cable guy.
Right.
He's the cable man. So he hooks the cable up.
Right.
So I just go upstairs and look at it like I got something. Man, do you know what this motherfucker did?
What do you do?
He took the cable from the next door neighbors. And we was on Prairie at the time, 70th and Prairie. And guess who stayed next door? The desk sergeant on 71st. He took his cable cord off his house, took my cable cord and hooked the shit up right in the middle.
So he didn't even use a splitter,
He was watching TV that night. So that motherfucker bought damn near the whole station to my house.
God damn.
On a Sunday morning. I'm like, who the fuck is this knocking on the door like this?
How old were you?
I was 23, 24.
Uh-huh.
And I was like, man, who the fuck is this? He's like, Chicago police. I was like, what the fuck y'all want? So I look out the door, I was like, damn, it's a bunch of them.
Uh-huh.
I let him in, he's like, man, you live here? I was like, yeah. He was like, you got the cable on last night? I was like, yeah. He was like, your ass under arrest. I was like, for what? He was like, I stay next door to you, goddammit, and this and that, you know, but we had mixed Man, I felt so bad.
You did 36 hours for stealing cable?
Man, nigga, and that was on my record.
Fuck.
It was on my record. I had to go get that shit sealed. I had to go through the whole process because I was getting denied shit because I had not a felony theft, but whatever the theft was, I went to court, I paid the fine, but it was still on my record. So I was like, why the fuck is I'm getting denied little petty shit? You know, the shit that really is not really that big. They was like, man, this black chick, she was like, look, come here, Mr. Walton. I was like, what's up? She was like, go get your record sealed. She was like, that theft that's on there. I was like, yeah, I had a hype do this and that. She was like, yeah, you stole from the cable company, so they gonna look at you as a bad person for that. So I was like, damn. She was like, go, what you do is go down to the headquarters, get them $17. After you send that in, you fill out that paper and send it in, you go down to Dorothy Brown, send that downtown to Dorothy Brown because she was at the circuit court.
Right.
Then they're gonna send it off to the state down in Joliet. And she says it's gonna be a judge that's gonna be looking at it. While she looks at when the judge look at it, he's gonna look at it for 2 or 3 minutes and determine what else you got on your record since then.
Right.
And that'll sell it. She's like, if you don't get in no more trouble, and he gonna look at your record and he gonna look your name up, and if you ain't got no more trouble, they gonna sell your record. So that shit took like a process of about 8, 9 months, and my record got sealed.
Why not?
I ain't getting no more trouble.
Why not just get it?
Wait, hold it. Rewind. Say it again.
I ain't getting no more trouble. Shit. Man, fuck that. I'm just not that type of person. I don't believe in. When I was going to see my daughter locked up, man, that shit. Next to the last time I went to go see her, it fucked me up. I almost had an anxiety attack because it was too much. The searching, the walking through this, the take off this, the doors open, the doors shutting, and this door open. You know what I'm saying? When one door opens, the other door closes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And you like, damn.
You know what's kind of fucked up is when you've been in there a bunch of times, that shit just kind of it doesn't bother you anymore.
Yeah, it's some young guys that like it's a dude that was in the shop one day, man, and he was like, man, I've been locked up. He's like, man, I'm 48 years old. I've been locked up over half my life. Damn. He's like, man, I've been outside. He said, I've been free for like about 4 Christmases since I've been grown, legally grown. Since I've been 18, I've been free on the streets for like 4 Christmases. But he don't even have he not even like that dude that pull a gun or a robbery or some shit like that. This nigga get locked up and he go back to jail because I really think he figure like Tupac, nigga. I'm talking about Tupac. When he dressed like Tupac in the shop with the bandana. That nigga went to Rebels with me.
Okay.
He went to grammar school with me.
Okay.
But somewhere
he gets locked up for what though?
Bullshit. Drinking on the bus. But he on probation. You know what I'm saying? He's still on parole. You know? So when they give him so many misdemeanor conducts, they send him to jail for 3 or 4 years. Yeah. So he'll do the year and a half, then he'll get back out and he on the same act. So he don't never finish his parole out.
I mean,
I thought you were gonna say he don't never finish his beer.
He doesn't get it or something.
He's slow. He really special ed. But then he didn't try to. I didn't say, man, look, go up there and get you a crazy check. But he can't sit still long enough to pull it. He crazy.
You've been locked up before?
About 6 hours.
6 hours.
Yeah, 83rd and Holsted.
83rd and Green.
85th
and Green.
How old were you?
21.
What happened? Stories.
A friend of mine was working at UPS.
This is Z-Man, by the way, the cameraman. Go ahead.
And he was getting packages shipped to his house. Like computers, whatever it was.
Thief.
So he was. That shit is stupid. That shit is stupid, man.
He had a package sent to his house.
Thieving ass niggas in here and shit.
But they told me he had to come to the UPS office and pick it up. They setting us up already. So he's like, man, why don't you come help me go get it? I was like, all right, no problem. We get there. It took us 30 minutes before they came out with the package. And I look out the window, I see the police flying. I'm like, damn, I think they coming for us. I'm not knowing he's stealing this stuff. Gotcha. I find out after we get arrested. So I got packages in my hand walking to the car. They pull out a gun on us.
Damn.
Yeah.
Where at Roosevelt Canal?
The UPS office was.
Dobson. I was on the one that was on Dobson behind Cottage.
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
over there.
Yeah. Yep. And they took me to the one on 83rd and Green.
85th and Green.
85th and Green. And they called me all kind of dumb motherfuckers. You a dumb motherfucker.
Well, who was calling you dumb motherfucker?
Whoever the police was.
Niggas?
It was a black guy, yeah.
Okay.
He was like, you need to pick your friends better than this.
Taught you a lesson, huh?
Yeah.
Was that a lesson taught for you by that desk sergeant?
The real lesson was taught when I was like 11. I went to jail 85th and Green for breaking windows at Unity.
Okay.
But we was kids, we was all breaking them. And then one dude got caught. So his brother had to go back with him. So then the cousin went back. It was like 9 of us. I'm the only one that's out there with no family members. Of course I got no brothers and sisters.
Right.
My cousin's not there. So everybody, they got, like Mike and Z-Man, they cousins. You and Mike, brothers. So y'all all related. So they, like, let's say Michael Walton did it. So they, it all fell on me. They took me to jail. And I promise you it was a school night I never will forget. My mama used to work from 4 to 12. My grandmama, I had to call my grandmama and tell her I was going to jail. So before they even took me to jail, because I stayed right across the street, they put a police car around, told her what I did. So she shook her head. I just looked at her face. She was like, so hurt.
Yeah.
So that stuck with me. But nigga, when my mama showed up at 1:30 and I was handcuffed to the wall, like sleep, and she slapped the cowboy walking shirt and then said, get your ass up. I was like, I'm handcuffed. What the fuck? Took me home, whooped my ass, now go to bed.
Damn.
Woke me up again to whoop my ass, now go to school. No, it wouldn't even whoop my ass to go to school. Whoop my ass, go deliver the newspapers, come back home, now go to school. I said, this going to jail shit too much.
Yeah.
Fuck this going to jail shit. So, the next day, we had gym. And I couldn't take gym. Because I had whelps all over my ass. So, that one smart ass girl, somebody, well, you got to ask for her because you showed me taking gym. You ain't never been to gym. I was like, yeah, I got my ass. I sure did. So to this day, I promise to God, to this day, whenever I see her, she'll tell the shop, like, Michael Walton used to get his ass whooped. She got slapped, his mama slapped him in front of the class, everything. But she'd be like, shit, our mama should have been whooping our ass. I was like, that's goddamn right, because all y'all was hypes. All y'all hypes. All y'all fucked up.
What about you?
I did 4 hours. And at 16 years of age, did 4 hours, and over at Dunbar.
Across the street from the school?
Yeah, across the street from the school and back at Dunbar. I did 4 hours. She threatened to take me out of the cotillion. She was very hurt, had to come down on the bus. She was, I was locked up with the opposition. Nigga asked me what I was, and I'm like, I just put my head down and stayed quiet.
I'm hungry, nigga. That's what I am.
On the real.
Them 70s that you got me talking about in here.
And I had a white boy talk crazy to me, talk shit to me.
4 hours?
Yeah, 4 hours.
What did you do?
I mean, I was disorderly conduct. Nigga was trying. The black police officer took me to jail in front of all the kids because he's told me to move and I wasn't moving fast enough. I wouldn't do whatever he said do. And he took me to jail and arrested me in front of everybody. And the thing about it is, it gave me the lesson that I needed to learn. Even though I had an uncle who was in and out of jail his whole life, heroin addict and all that kind of stuff like that, going to visit him in jail, I still went to jail for 4 hours, 4 to 5 hours or whatever. And just to see the hurt and embarrassment on my mother's face, I just couldn't take it. Plus, at the same time, I didn't like being locked in a fucking cell. I didn't like being locked in a cell by my, with another nigga. I ain't like being next to another nigga like that. Just being enclosed like that. I don't understand how these niggas can love going to jail all the fucking time. Like, it's nothing. Like it's a vacation or some shit. Like it's nothing. Like it's no big deal. I mean, you realize you give up your fucking freedom. You can't. There's no pussy in jail, supposedly. That movie Penitentiary scared the shit out of me. You remember the movie Penitentiary?
I never seen it, but Stir Crazy cracked me the fuck up.
I was watching that last night.
I think you need to watch Penitentiary.
No, I didn't never want to watch that movie because it just seemed too dark. Like the filming of it, like the cinematography of it, it seemed too dark. Like it was just like I didn't want to see that shit.
I saw that shit as a kid, and it shit fucked me up.
It was more funny than anything.
What, penitentiary?
Yeah.
Oh,
Too sweet, too sweet.
I show my kids, what's that? Scared Straight or something? Locked Up Scared Straight? Or whatever
Now, Scared Straight, the original one that came out in the 70s, where the man said, give me 2 cigarettes, and he had the white boy holding on to his back pocket. He said, who's that walking behind you, man, holding your back pocket? He said, this is my bitch. He said, you had this bitch for $2. 2 cigarettes. You get 2 cigarettes, you say, now bitch, go over there, you his bitch now. So I used to come on Channel 11. I watched it one time. I laughed, but I took it serious. A little boy with no teeth in his mouth, from his first 4 out, all the way to his vampire teeth. I said, this nigga is. I said, it's a nigga in here. That nigga said, I'm doing triple life. It ain't nothing, the first thing I do when I tell a motherfucker to come in here, a young motherfucker well like you look sweet like you, I tell him to toss my salad. You know what toss my salad mean? He said, no. He said, that mean eat my ass. I said, God damn. Who want to do that?
You said you had your kids watching.
Yeah.
How old are your kids?
I got my 12-year-old hasn't watched it yet because he's still in Mississippi, but I have my 9-year-old, and then the 9-year-old, she watches it, and she's like, I'm never going to jail. I'm never going to jail.
My 11-year-old is enthralled by that shit. She watches that shit she watches the clips. I think she likes the humiliation part of it.
Yeah, that's part of it.
She might.
Just the language that they using. Like, it ain't like, nothing like the one that come on, the Lighter Channel, where they try to scare the little boy with the glasses and shit.
Yeah.
But he was like, comb my hair on my chest. He's like, I ain't doing that.
Right.
Nothing.
I mean, it's you said you have your son, your daughter watching now.
Right.
Okay. I mean, she's never going, right?
That's what I would hope not, but you can't tell that.
You told her you've been to jail a couple times?
Yeah, she knows that.
She knows that.
Yeah.
It's that's one of the most dehumanizing things ever, to be locked up. And it's like, the choices that we make. Like, with the situation that happened with Van Dyke, Magic, Sound Guy, Z, they shipped him out to Rock Island.
You know what's worse than being locked up, though, in, county?
What's that?
A prison, is being locked up in a psych ward.
How many times you been locked up at the county?
County, twice in county.
What was the time period?
Once in Iowa, in Jones County, and then once in Kane County, and then once in...
When the nigga put his eyes up to his head and thinking, this shit fucked up. What was the time period that you had to do?
There's one where it was 2 weeks, there was 3 weeks, there was 2 months, there was a month, and then other times, I've been locked up, for disorderly conduct type shit. But the other ones that I've been locked up for, they're a significant amount of time. And what's kind of fucked up was this last summer was the very first summer that I didn't get locked up.
Hand claps!
In 5 years.
Hand claps!
And I don't try to go out and look for shit, you know what I'm saying? I really try to live my life as righteous as possible. You feel me? But man, there's some obstacles that get in your way.
Man,
you know what I'm saying?
Stick to the rap shit and picking up catfish.
Right.
And doing engineering, please.
Yeah.
Stay out that motherfucking jail.
Speaking of catfish, Saturday we're shooting the very first episode of Catfish Killers.
That's what's
And we're having
hand claps.
So it's gonna be an urban fishing show / documentary. You know what I'm saying? And then we're gonna have guests and stuff like that. This is the first episode we have a guest. His name's Eric Hendricks. You know what I'm saying? So he's coming out there. He's a salmon fisherman. Never really fished for catfish or nothing like that. So we're gonna take him out. Y'all are more than welcome on another episode and shit like that to come out and be our guests and shit like that.
Fuck it, I do it. I come on out there. I ain't got no problem with that.
Go out there and catch some man. And it's another fucking. that's really what keeps me out of trouble is music, and then there's just something about looking and just sitting and just staring at the water. You know what I'm saying? Especially when it's a beautiful day and shit like that. And then, you know, you can sit out there, smoke your weed, drink your beer, you know what I'm saying? Real peaceful and quiet. And the next, you know, boom, the bells start going off on the poles and then you're like excited and shit.
Well, you continue to keep doing that and stay out that motherfucking counter.
It's the a lot of people don't understand that they need that place where they can go to and they can like connect with themselves, get back into yourself. Like that's my grandma's house for me. You know what I mean?
Right.
You know, look at some old pictures. Get back to your real essence of who you really are. And a lot of people don't have that. And that's what's missing in a lot of people's lives right now.
Right.
Like, people, the powers that be, they know it. You know, that's why they tear down the projects, the low end, they re-gentrify, and they, you know, they didn't want black people to ever go back to where, you know, they could say that this was our home, this is what, tell their children.
This is where we came from.
Yeah, they close our schools, they tear down our communities completely, and just leave them grass fields, so we can't have nothing, you know. Look at Quincy Jones when he went back on a Netflix special.
I haven't seen it yet.
When he went back down on the low end to the house where he was growing up in until he was 11 years old.
Is it good?
Yeah, it's great. It's one of the best things.
It's on Netflix?
It's on Netflix.
What's it called?
Quincy.
Yeah, you need to watch
I seen that.
And he grew up on 36 in Pereira. 36, 39, South Pereira. And he goes back to the house. And he actually went back in 89. And he was still there. And it messed him up because his mother had, she was a mental patient.
Right.
You know.
Uh-huh.
And he said his mother did, you know, he never could do enough for her. He never could be the person that she, you know, like he said one day she came into a place where he was playing with his band and he seen her and he knew the moment that he seen her that she was going to ruin it for him, you know, because of her mental place and where she was at mentally. She told him as long as he was playing music that wasn't for the Lord, right, he was never going to be at peace. But he said then he got the Color Purple one out, you know, and he did all these scores. He's done so much music. It's like, man, like if you listen to his catalog, it's impossible to listen to probably, and it's going to take you about at least 4 to 5 days to listen to all the music he has done, all the scores for movies and TV shows. He did the score for Roots. The score and the music is actually all the music you hear throughout the whole Roots series, the whole Color Purple. God is trying to tell you something. All of that stuff you hear in those movies and The Wiz. Right. You know.
Of course he would do The Wiz, yeah.
But he said he wasn't going to work with Michael Jackson at first. He said Michael Jackson asked him to find somebody for him to work with about producing.
Wait.
But he said, yeah, because, you know, he didn't approach him like that. But he said he seen the way Mike knew everybody's lines, all the dance steps. How he would get to the set at 5:30 in the morning. And he was so professional. He said, he told him, look, man, fuck it, I'll give it a try. You know.
Look at what happened.
Yeah. He said, you know, I'll work with you, you know. Let's see what me and you can do.
The Wiz wouldn't have been like that without Mike.
I don't think so, but it's hard to tell because, shit, Richard Pryor was in there, Battle Ross, you know, Quincy's music, but I don't know who could have played that scarecrow like him. And so you can't win, child.
That's what I'm saying.
Give me a rewind.
You didn't let me make my point, man, though, Van Dyke.
I was about to get back to it.
Okay, get back to
Give me the rewind, please. Just one more. Rewind. Give me a pop it right quick. Come on. Look, Van Dyke moved to Iowa. Rock Island, on the border. Be honest. Were you nervous?
About the verdict?
Yeah.
It was tension all through the barbershop. That's why I went live to try to get that reaction.
Were you nervous?
Yeah.
Answer the question, nigga.
Listen, man, I'm getting to it.
Okay.
And I said that's why I went live, because of the tension. Was I nervous that he was going to get off? I felt he was going to be guilty, but it was just like the OJ trial all over again. You didn't know, actually, because Bill Cosby just went to jail. Then you think about all the other shit. The white boy was going, he got on the Supreme Court. You knew he was going on the Supreme Court. You know what I mean?
Right.
And shit, R. Kelly got off. You know, so now you waging in between like black versus white. Well, we just had one go to jail, so they might let one off. You know what I mean? Because Bill just went to jail. You know, but it was such a high profile case. I was just like 16 shots, man. He got to go to jail. But then I thought about it. The two alternate jurors, they said they would have convicted him. They would have said he was guilty. So I was like, he's going to jail. He's going to jail. He got to go to jail. He's getting convicted.
But 145 on Friday, 144 on Friday, did you have anxiety? Did you have butterflies in your stomach like I did driving with 2 kids in the back?
You were driving?
I was driving.
Damn.
I was driving, going to Pete's Fresh Market. Just picked them up from school because they got out at 1 o'clock. Every kid was out of school. Games got canceled in Chicago.
Yeah.
To everybody else outside of Chicago, football games were canceled.
A lot of shit was canceled.
Everything was canceled.
They sent everybody home from work downtown.
Yes, and from the county over there.
Yeah.
Downtown, they had police set up everywhere.
Wherever you worked at downtown, you was just told to go home. Like Prudential, whatever company you were working with. If you was working with Blue Cross Blue Shield, if you was working for the Social Security Board, whatever, go home.
Sheriffs, Cook County, whatever, judges got sent home, all because of this one fucking verdict. And the implications of it not going the way that it should have gone
in favor
of some people's minds. And some people in a certain segment, certain races' minds, and there was a lot of doubt in the black delegation that he was going to get convicted.
And some people were upset about him getting convicted of second-degree murder instead of first-degree murder.
Right.
And,
explain it.
And first-degree murder, he could have got life in jail, which a lot of people wanted, but they threw a deal on the table last minute, and then they gave him the second-degree murder charges. So that's what he was convicted on. So he was actually charged with first degree.
Right, yeah.
So they threw the deal, and so while everybody back was turning, I guess while everybody was sleeping at 5:45 in the morning, they called and made the deal. Hey, look, this is second-degree murder charge. We're not gonna lock him up for the rest of his life. We're gonna give him a chance. He just killed the nigga. And I mean that's the worthlessness of our lives, so to speak. And we gotta like we say you show your children
Scared straight.
the scared straight. You gotta show them that we gotta value our lives and show people that we value our lives and our children's lives just as much as the next person. Because the next race, we know they enslave us. We know they don't give a shit about us. So we gotta show them, hey man, we value our children's lives more than we value the Nike check, more than we value the 3 stripes, more than we value so much other shit that y'all think. We just seen our own kill our own for a long time.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So like your daughter and them are living with the Triple X getting murdered. That rapper.
XXXTentacion, right?
Yeah. But we could have never imagined when Big and Pop was doing their thing at the beginning that it was result to both of them dying and losing their lives.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
We never would have thought that Sugar be doing 28 years.
Ain't that some shit, man?
And Puff will be where he's at now with the Ciroc thing. You know what I mean?
Nigga said he should have been dancing all in the video.
Yeah, you was dancing ass motherfucker.
Being all on the records.
And I believe,
Can you believe that? A nigga that sold over 50 million motherfucking records. Money galore.
we never got to see that. We never got to see that Death Row tour.
And the nigga would not be getting out of jail until he's 81 years old. That he was struck on a plea deal. 28 fucking years. Because you killed a nigga because you was mad about the way that you were being portrayed in a movie that you had to sign off on.
And the thing is,
28 years,
your ego,
Magic.
Your ego can fuck you up sometimes. You know, I'm gonna be serious. I like to say, man, I'm Michael Walton. I do what the fuck I want to do. I like to say that. I say that a lot.
Okay.
And I say it.
Feels good when you say it.
But you know what? That's me hyping myself up to know I could do something. But I know I ain't gonna go blow no motherfucking brains out. I ain't gonna do whatever I could do that's detrimental is gonna be to me. Like as far as it ain't gonna be resulting in jail time.
Right.
It may result into somebody publicly knowing that I did some shit that I wasn't supposed to do. Like when you see me get put out the Big Daddy Kane concert. Nah, that's right. That's right. You know what I mean?
And went right back in.
And went right back in. And the security was mad and they came and got me again. But they put me out the back door and I walked right back around into the front door. But you didn't really know me like that yet. But it was a security guard.
I didn't know you like that.
He was fucking with me. And he just kept trying. It was sardine packed in there, and he just kept telling me, "Move to the right." I was like, "I can't move to the right, man. There's nowhere to go." So I just whispered in his ear, like, "You at home?"
And he had his head to the right the whole time.
And that motherfucker called all the security he could.
The dude. I'm standing outside, I'm just watching this shit going on, and he's like, "You fucking just let him walk right back in without no problem."
He put me. I was determined to get back on that motherfucker.
He was dead after the first shot, Magic. Z and Sound.
Yeah, they shot him in the head, man.
No, I'm talking about oh yeah, you said Laquan. Justice for Laquan. Hashtag Justice for Laquan. He was dead after the first shot. He shot 15 more fucking times, reloaded his gun, shot 15 more fucking times, according to the medical examiner.
Yeah.
It was a black, the jury was majority Caucasian, one black, one
Hispanic.
one Hispanic, and a couple of females or women, and was it one Asian?
Yeah, one Asian.
One Asian.
You know what that is done though?
What?
This high profile case, it is heightening the senses of the youth.
Okay.
So
They said West Side niggas, just real quick, they said West Side niggas was like, if he get off, we shoot every white police officer down.
Damn.
I've heard that.
They were going to do that on Friday. That's why they was trampled up and packed up all the way over there in Humboldt Park. You ain't seeing shit over there?
I was at a children's hospital taking my daughter to
You better be glad you was there, because they was on bikes, cars, all in Humboldt Park, getting ready.
South.
They was ready over there in Humboldt Park to disperse because they said they heard and knew that the West Side niggas was gonna get on was gonna pull it up on their ass for real and blow that bitches down.
Hey, speaking of blow that bitch,
Blow that bitch.
that's what that shorty was saying on this tape here. Listen to this tape. This is 2 minutes. Some Chicago police coming into a residence over in the neighborhood of Inglewood on 74.
So it was Inglewood. It wasn't the West Side.
No, it was 74. I don't know what the exact street.
Uh-huh.
It was in the 7400 block, or you can see the address. But listen at these young boys and this young girl. They talk to the police. They actually, One of the policemen is like between somebody's legs, like he would hold a kid down by his head, and he's struggling trying to get up. And that's the funny part. I remember I used to do the kid like that. Like, get your little ass. But listen at this verbiage and this. Listen at this boy. So that's the majority of it right there.
Let that bitch blow. Blow that bitch!
One thing about the youth,
What's that?
you got to love them. They not scared of shit. That nigga said, we not scared of no guns. This is a policeman with a gun.
Yeah.
These young boys ain't got no gun. And a young lady.
Yeah.
They say, y'all, hey, folk, they ain't got no warrants. On BD. I knew they was serious then. In case you did not understand, when them young boys say on BD, on my soul, on baby, on whatever, they mean that shit. Especially when if it's a young girl, she slapping her hands together, clapping her hands together, and she about to fight, and she say, on my son, whoever that's agitating us about to get their ass whooped. I don't care if it's a bear in the woods. Their ass whooped, man. They mean that shit, man. They mean that. You hear them, what he said? Yeah. For you all that's not, from Chicago, when he said blow that bitch, he was talking about shoot the gun. The policeman had raised the gun at him. And he said, I ain't going nowhere. I'm waiting for you to blow that bitch. That means shoot it.
And he heightened his voice up and everything.
He heightened it like a voice so loud. He said, blow that bitch. Blow it.
I want you to let that bitch blow.
I want you to let that bitch blow. The policeman was scared and he had the gun. You should have seen the look on his face. He was looking like, oh, shit.
And just to let you all know, the policemen were white.
Yeah, the policemen were white.
Yeah.
And they checked his ass. And they wound up locking up the guys because they said that they locked him in the house. But actually, they just didn't know how to get out the motherfucking house. Because he said, folks, they jammed the door, folks. And they mean they don't know how to go get out of the door. But they kicked the door in anyway. So they fucked the door up.
These were the dick boys, as we say, the dick boys, the Jakes, the 12, as they say. Remember we used to call them jump out boys.
Yeah.
Where was that?
70-42 something. I don't know where. Somewhere in Inglewood.
I wonder if that was in because when I just seen that video, it looked like one of my clients. You know what I'm saying? I have a bunch of clients in Inglewood.
They do not play. Here go another video. Listen to this one here. They talking to the police, and one of the police guys get out the car and
Oh, I remember that one. Yeah.
They checked his ass.
Now, big fucker, I'm getting another love phone, man. Don't reach your hand at me. Let me get your name, man. Don't reach your motherfucking hand at me. Hey, I need to go try my vehicle. All right, well, get in your vehicle then, nigga. Get in your vehicle. So scary ass. So scary ass. Get the fuck on, man. Fuck, you ain't even had no proper house. Oh, scary ass out here. That man came out the alley. He came out the fucking alley. Your goofy ass on, boy. Why y'all snooping around here for? Ain't shit for y'all now. Another fucking block on that shit. Go fan them up on that shit, man. You better ask who the fuck I am, man. Yeah, I'm melting around here. Don't touch him. You better not touch all on camera. You better not touch all on camera. You better not touch him. You better not touch him. You better not touch him, boy. We get down. Our cameras on, y'all cameras on. We gonna get it on. We gonna get it on, baby.
That's one thing I do love about these. They know how to use their phones.
Them motherfuckers' phones start recording quick as they say, bitch. Their phones gonna come out. They really mean they not scared. They know their rights to a certain degree, and they
use it to the fullest.
One thing about it, they do not like the white police. They cordial with some of the black police. Okay. You're not an asshole.
But they don't like the white police.
They don't like the white police at all. And that's because of the Laquan McDonald situation.
Even before such, right?
Huh?
Would you agree even before such?
It's more heightened now.
Yeah.
So the more they see that white man's face all over the TV, they move in the Rock Alley, them boys are hearing those conversations. And then if they come in the barber shop and they get some information from me, and they take that and they put what they own aggression in it, they want a meal.
So what was the person that came in there and talked about in reference to Van Dyke court case and shit like that? You said the person.
Man, he broke it down so tough. He broke it all the way down to about the charges. He's like he probably gonna get like 10 years, have to do 5, and he just had a lot of verbiage. He nigga talk like a real attorney. He talk like Johnny Cochran. But the crazy part about it is, he had a mouth full of crack. Nigga, he talking to me. He got the whole barbershop's attention.
Uh-huh.
So this is right after the verdict, probably about an hour. So it's on every station. So I asked him, I said, so what you think he gonna get? You know what I mean? How much time he gonna do? Because my man think he gonna get away with 3 years. Man, that man broke that shit down. For each charge, he gonna get each charge carrying 3 years. So they gonna try to carry it concurrently, run them concurrent, so they can all run together. He was like, only way he can get charged and do more time for each bullet is if he would have left and did it, shot him hours later in between. Right. You know what I'm saying? He's like, so since it all happened at the same time, they're gonna run it all together.
This was Van Dyke's first time ever shooting a gun.
Yeah.
They were waiting for a taser to come.
Yeah.
So they could tase him instead of using the gun. He reloaded his gun and then shot again. This is some of the highlights from it.
He said he was shooting at the knife while he was down on the ground. That's why he kept shooting at him.
It's like when he got charged, they said so many people were saying, in essence, it was going to be he got charged 16 times for aggravated battery.
Yeah.
Aggravated assault, something like that.
Aggravated battery with a gun.
Okay. They said that's. Go ahead. What you about to say?
Wasn't it like with intent to murder or do great bodily harm or something like that?
Something like that. Something I'm not sure.
That was another charge.
Okay,
that was another charge.
So there was the second degree murder, aggravated whatever.
Yeah.
16 counts of aggravated.
Assault.
So people were saying for those aggravations 16 times it's going to be 96 years. Along with whatever.
But they're gonna run them all concurrent. That's what my man was saying. Like
from what I was hearing,
they can't charge him separately for each one. So they're gonna run them all together.
Okay.
So once they give them all that time together, so each year, so say if he get 3 shots, 3 years for each shot. You know what I mean? They're gonna run them all together.
You know the judge is the same judge that did the R. Kelly case, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. What you about to say?
No, for each shot, I thought he had to do. It can't. He don't have to do them concurrently. It's like 3 years per shot.
I thought it was 6 years per shot.
Minimum 3.
Yeah. So whatever he.
So they saying
So 16 times 3.
right. Well, so you saying 48?
Yeah.
So the thing about it is, but they're saying he's looking at, lawyers are saying he's looking at 6 to 30. 6 to 30 years. So, you know, according to the police, according to what I saw earlier this week, they have set up a fund for donations for the police officers to donate to
His family.
And shit. According to the rank and file, when I talked to a couple of my frat brothers who are policemen, it's straight down the line. The white police officers believe he should have got off. The black police officers believe he was guilty. The Hispanics and the Mexicans or Latins or whatever don't give a fuck. Pop it.
And don't he keep his pension too, though?
And
I mean, I heard something about that.
I don't know about the pension. Shit,
He was 20 years, right? He was a 20-year veteran.
So his family get the pension.
What how old is he? 38?
Is he 38? I don't know.
He like 38, 39. He's not even 40 yet. So
You sure about that?
That motherfucker got on there right after high school. I know the high school. Those service jobs, besides CTA, driving the bus, those were all guys' jobs, Irish boys who were in high school who didn't finish. So the firemen, policemen, those are Irishmen.
14 years.
14 years.
He was over 14?
Yeah, because I think he's 38 or 39.
Okay, so
So those jobs are just, it don't take a whole lot of brain to do their jobs.
How old
You know
is
what I'm saying? So by that I'm saying, these guys didn't like when the black people started getting on those jobs. When you look at the firemen who just started getting their jobs,
Yeah.
because of this lawsuit that they had, and Jesse Jackson helped them get that money,
right.
and even if you passed the test and you took it in 95, if you passed the test, they even paid you, even if you didn't want the job. But if you wanted the job, you walked on with 12 years of
Seniority?
and you can still retire. But if you pass the test and they offer you the job and you didn't want it, they still cut you a check because of the chances that the 12 years that they passed on it, back when you passed the test. So it's always been some racism in these servicemen jobs because those jobs were never for black people. Those jobs were created for the Irishmen, this is an Irish town, and these white boys that went to the high schools, the St. Rita's, the Mount Carmels, the Brother Rices, that didn't finish their high schools. So those guys, they put their grandsons on, their sons, you know what I mean, their nephews, those white boys, and they would put them on. Like, look at the boy that the white boy that just died down in Florida, who's here, Burge, who was torturing all the black guys here, locking them up.
Yeah.
You know who was the state's attorney when Burge was the captain and doing all this torture and shit?
Daly.
Daly was the state's attorney. He never did one time did Daly have to go to court and testify for what he seen and what he knew about Burge doing that shit when he was the state's attorney. Daly is the reason why Larry Hoover was locked up, because he didn't like Larry Hoover. But at the end of the day, how did Richard Daley pass his motherfucking law board? How did he pass that? Eugene Pinchot took his test for him. Eugene Pinchot. So this is a crooked town. This is a fucked up town. You gotta keep your nose clean. You gotta build your own path, be your own trailblazer. But you have to go in a positive way. Shake the right hands. Make sure you got some in your palm. put something in their palm, because that's just the way this town is run. You know, because it's really called a windy city because the politicians used to talk so long. They used to bullshit you. They don't give a fuck about us. You know that. Politicians don't give a fuck about us. They sit up with them jobs. The aldermen make $160,000 a year, and they don't do shit for 3.5 years. And then they come around that half year right before they get ready to run again. Hey, we need you. And if you're a business owner, you understand what I mean. They want to throw fundraisers at your place. They want you to contribute XYZ dollars, or they're gonna start putting bullshit stickers on you and fining you about your garbage, you know, little bullshit, you know, that you never really had to pay attention to until you got in the mix of being a businessman. You know, they really don't give a shit who's getting killed. No, it's not nobody in their family, nobody that they really care about, nobody that they really love. You know, shit, the alderman of our community right now, shit, I damn near grew up with him. I grew up under him. Mm-hmm. His father was the fucking second mayor of the city of Chicago, Rod Sawyer. You know, his father was Eugene Sawyer. He wanted to replace Harold Washington. His dad lived on the next block from us when he was the mayor. When it was snow, our streets would be the first fucking streets clean. That's when I knew it was a policeman in the front of the house and a policeman in the alley. The mayor had that security, you know what I mean? His dad didn't want to be the fucking alderman, but he was just the next in line because of the way Harold Washington structured it. And he's from the 6th Ward. He was our alderman at first. He didn't want to be the next mayor. When they told him he was the mayor, he passed out there to wake his ass up. That's when the city was up for grabs, man. It was Vidoliak and his people versus what's the lady name? Dorothy Tillman and all the black aldermen. And it was some shit. Burke was the white alderman. Vidoliak was the white alderman. And it was clearly cut that they did not like Harold Washington. They didn't give a shit about him. Harold Washington said, I'm going to be the mayor for the next 20 years. And he died after his second election. After he died in November 86, the man got to be the mayor. After that, he lost in 91. Daley became the mayor. Daley was the mayor for 21 motherfucking years. And when he said he didn't want to be the mayor no more, nobody in the black community was ready. Just like right now. Robert Lane said he don't want to be the mayor no more. Nobody in the black community is ready. Because we don't sit and try to get other people, the people that's sitting in position now is not preparing the next generation to have somebody ready. Danny Davis is not preparing no fucking body. You know, Jesse Jackson's not preparing nobody.
It's indicative of what is going on in America. Like you saw that tweet that I posted that all these old ass white men in the Senate and in the House that's 80-something years old, 80 years plus, who still legislating, don't want to go home to their wife and kids or great grandkids.
86 years old, balls hanging down to their ankles. Get the fuck out of the fucking office, man. Get somebody in there with some fresh blood. You know what I'm saying? How could you tell me what to do and dictate my life? And I'm a younger person, and my children's life, and they're younger than me, of course. But your people are just living off the land. You know what I mean? It's a fucked up system, man. It's a fucked up system. These old white bastards, they don't give a fuck about women. And you know they damn sure don't give a fuck about no black person. No person of color at all. So all they give a fuck about is the next white man. That's why I said there was not no woman going to be the president of the United States. They got their man in there. A rich white man who's happened to be an asshole. He's just like them, but he's just outspoken with his.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? When he said he grabbed him out of pussy, they could all relate to that. Because they grab him out of pussy. That's what they do. They don't give a fuck about no woman's rights. So that shit gotta change. It's gonna be a slow change, but it's gonna be a whole bunch of shit. Like the lady said that the man forcibly tried to rape her.
Yeah, he got confirmed.
He's on the Supreme Court now. You know how many fucked up decisions he can make with somebody's life? That's a lifetime job.
Conservative too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, you know, them guys, you know, they sit up there, they do whatever the fuck they want to do. They don't give a shit about us. You know what they be doing all day?
What's that?
Sitting, listening to you, go back in the back, have a shot of whiskey, talk about what they gonna do later on in the week, where they gonna go golfing at, and say, hey, what we gonna do about this motherfucker? They not even giving a fuck. It's not really no thought, no concentration going into your life.
There was something that what's the name said years back. Jesse the Body Ventura.
Yeah.
When he was a politician, he said these motherfuckers get on in front of these cameras and be combative towards each other.
Yeah, they all
for the
friends.
cameras. But then behind closed doors, shaking each other's hands, giving each other dab. Let's work this out. Let's get this going. You know, it's a dog and pony show.
Yeah. That's for the public to see. Behind closed doors, we all good. Just like you.
They all work on the same team and everything.
When I noticed about the gang shit here in Chicago, every week I used to go to this club called 107. And every week there's niggas, the same niggas that get into it. There need to be some shooting in the air. Nobody would get shot. So one day we went to this breakfast spot we used to go to named Jackie's. And I seen my man Aaron, and I seen my man Yap. I was like, it's finna go down, these niggas finna fight it out again. Shoot it out. And them niggas start shaking hands, laughing and joking. I said, ain't this a bitch? This shit is staged. Every week.
They were older niggas?
No, they was my age. They just BD and GD. But these niggas knew each other. And they just like, yeah, man, I was ready to go. I was too, man. I was waiting on what the fuck you was waiting on. I was like, oh, shit. This be the bullshit. You know? It'd be everybody else, if you on the inside, you know, niggas ain't really trying to die. You know, it's just, that's what they call it, casualties of war. You know what I'm saying? The shit is, the Gulf War and all that old shit.
Yeah.
That's just, hey man, let's go over there and fuck with somebody. Because we bored. You know, these people, man, them old motherfuckers, they don't give a shit about nothing that's going on in this country.
And now now McConnell was saying something back that one of these reporters went into Saudi Arabia, the peninsula or whatever, the capital, or did something, went into the office or something, and now he's missing. They feel he might have been killed by his own people and everything. So now they're talking about it's gonna be hell to pay with that. You know, it's a lot of shit that's going on. Give me a rewind. On another note,
Hurricane Michael tore this bitch up today.
my people's down in Tallahassee. Come on now, I got a family through marriage down there in Tallahassee. Shout out to Annika down there in Florida.
Annika, you all right, baby? I hope you okay, mama.
Oh my God, y'all motherfuckers down in Florida, y'all get sick all the fucking time.
That's a hell of a price to pay for 80-degree weather in January.
And no state taxes, right?
Not if they move to Jacksonville. That's where my mom's at. And I called her and I was like, Mom, is everything good down there? She's like, oh, I'm fine.
She's in Jacksonville, Florida, in Duval County?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because it was at more so at the top of Florida.
I think it was at...
No, I'm talking about Michael hit more so at the top. I saw that down in the south.
Tallahassee, around that area.
Yeah, she was just like, she's like, nah. I guess Jacksonville doesn't get hit with shit like that, you know, and that's why she lives there.
Really? A lot of other shit has been going on. Magic Mike, Sound Guys, Z-Man, Fabulous is going to get hit up with 4 counts for dealing with Emily. Supposedly he's gotten married to her. What's your thoughts?
Go to court, BD, gotta have some money up. So
that's all.
Gotta pay the lawyer, man. In case the state pick it up. I don't think he looked at it. He just was thinking about his money that was missing. He said the verbal threats. I doubt it if he go to jail. Never know, man, how this shit here plays out. So this is some the judicial system does not work for the black man in America. So if you can't, stay out of it. Don't get your ass in there, because they don't give a shit. Man, they want you to straighten up and fly the fuck right, abide by the law and just goddamn it.
They don't even want you to do that, though. You know what I'm saying? Because it's fucked up, because it's like, even when you're doing the right thing, they try to fuck with you so you can fuck up, and they can fuck you up and throw you in there.
That's when you gotta stay at home and watch Netflix. Watch Napoli Ever After 32 times or something. I was pushing
You tried to stay at home and watch TV, and how'd that work out?
I stayed at home.
The police came to your door anyway.
Yeah.
Let me show you.
Yeah, exactly.
Let me show you.
Still that free cable.
Let me talk to y'all how we are in this digital delegation now. You know what's tripped out the other day? Yesterday, Magic. I said it's tripped out how you can, a nobody can become somebody very quickly.
Yeah.
Rapper's girlfriend, rapper and girlfriend break up. She go get surgery. She becomes an overnight Instagram model. Now gets paid to book and host gigs. They got him and the rapper and the child's mother were going back and forth, on Instagram story, because, they both around the same age, 23, 22, 23 years old. She's now hosting gigs now and shit like that. Taking pictures, getting model pictures. Has 1.1 million followers because of her association with said rapper, Got the baby by her.
I'm so glad I'm not from this generation.
Really?
Generation. Yeah, because think about the people you interact with every day. Just in the physical. Then think about the people that you interact with on social media. That's distracting as hell. You know what I mean? So you trying to front for 1.2 million people?
Yeah.
That's a lot of bad energy out there on you. You know what I mean?
But are you saying that because you're at an older state?
Yeah.
And you're not just hating on it. That's what they'll say about us. We say some shit like that. That
call it what you want to. Just try to get to 47. The key to life is living.
Not living for the moment.
No, the key to life is to get old. Like them old
right.
you talking about.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You gotta, like I said the other day, like, some people really think that life insurance is a GoFundMe.
Bombs!
You gotta really look at this shit, man. Like,
look at it. Talk to us.
That 1.2 million people, and you hosting a party, you don't know who's really obsessed with you. Look at the lady in Players Club. She was stripping. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It could be somebody following you. You don't even know, and follow you at a party and follow you from state to state, waiting to decapitate you. You know what I mean?
But can you even
gut you like a fish, or do some really trifling Charles Manson type shit to you? You know what I mean?
Can you even look at the comments that's being left? Like I'm just doing research, just looking at the comments that's left on this one particular person's page, and it's like these motherfuckers live. This delegation now, this younger delegation, they live their lives
through social media.
Through social media and through these in particular people's come-ups and pages and shit. You know what I'm saying? And we will argue with another motherfucker. These motherfuckers argue consistently more so than couples argue. You understand what I'm saying? Fans of will argue.
So 23 years ago, I was 24.
Right.
I was not thinking about being that type of person.
Did you want to argue like that all the time?
No, I was just thinking about having a good time in my surroundings. You know what I mean? Probably the most people that I partied with that I didn't know was going to the Freaknik or some shit like that. Then they tried to bring the shit back to the West Side for the West Side Freak Night. Goodness.
That was wild.
That was some wild shit.
That was wild. I remember they turned the Delta shit. Delta used to have a big ass picnic. They turned that shit into a fucking freak nick.
Yeah.
And over in Maywood.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They made everybody ride all the way from Maywood straight down Madison. All the way. They didn't even let you get back on the expressway.
Pickle sucking contest was a motherfucker.
Yeah. Crucial conflict niggas was out there walking around with a monkey on their shoulders.
Yeah.
On a leash. It was crazy. It got to the point where it was but that type of shit was going on.
I mean,
now think of us of 1 million people seeing you. You don't know how many of these freak ass niggas is just nuts. You know what I mean? It's some nuts out here, man. You gotta believe that. It's some nuts around us every day, daily. And we don't really know until they get booked. When they come across the screen. And you be like, that nigga was doing that? And you like, yeah, that nigga was doing that. So, you know, just dealing with people, like, I'm a people watcher. And I try to get a good read for people before I let them into my circumference. You know what I mean? Because everybody is not meant for you. And everybody's intentions and their energy, that shit is not good. You can wind up doing some shit that you had no idea that you thought you would be doing. And you be like, how the fuck did I get here? How the fuck did I get in this situation? For one, I went to what you call them parties?
What's that?
What they doing the sex parties. Or swingers parties.
Oh no, I thought I was
Man,
thinking something completely different.
Man, my boy was security guarding in one of them motherfuckers, man. So I'm like, friend, like, yeah, I'm gonna go. I go in there, man. That shit was not for me. Cause it was like 4 niggas around a brawl, and our husband was sitting at the edge of the bed, and he had on an army fatigue jacket and pants. He said, y'all can do anything to her. This her fantasy for her birthday. Just don't touch her asshole. That's for me. I said, I'm getting the fuck up out of here. You gonna shoot this motherfucker? You know what I went home and did? I went home and turned the TV on to Channel T and COTV. I said, they're gonna shoot that house up over there. This shit is gonna be major news. He gonna kill every motherfucker in there.
Magic Z and Sound Guy. They finna make a movie out of a Twitter thread. A Twitter thread that happened in 2015 about this chick named Zola. She tells of a 48-hour story about her time going with another stripper and some pimp going down to Florida. She did a whole long Twitter thread about it. A Twitter thread story about it, and 3 years later, it's about to get made into a film. Ain't that some shit?
Now's the time to do shit like that.
Everybody got cameras.
That's what I said.
Everybody got phones.
Everybody got, yeah.
That's why
you want to make a movie, make a movie.
That's why we bringing the cameras in the barbershop.
It's time for you to come up with your Twitter threads, your stories, and type out your whole fucking stories and let that. And see how many retweets you get, nigga, and watch that story blow off.
Yeah, that's a good thought. That's a good thought.
Shit, you in the era where you take shit into your own hands.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
You take shit into your own hands, man.
You got to. If Spike Lee can get away with making that motherfucking Chirac, I know I can make something better than that. That bullshit. That really hurt my feelings.
Why did it hurt your feelings?
Because it wasn't Chicago. What you just heard on that phone, that was Chicago. Let that bitch blow.
Let that bitch blow. Blow that bitch. Blow that bitch.
I want you to blow that bitch. Man,
Rewind.
That white man was so motherfucking scared.
Yeah, that white man, he did the look on his fucking face.
You know, like Officer Hoyt.
Honestly, he was probably, I think he might have been more scared of what might have happened to him because of this Van Dyke shit.
Mm-hmm.
After the fact, he probably was like, I'll shoot this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? But then,
what for the cameras, huh?
Yeah, if it wasn't for the cameras, He's probably like, if it wasn't for these fucking cameras, I will blow this bitch.
You see Van Dyke face?
I mean, you shout out, and
He was
also,
scared.
you know, you gotta give a hand claps and shout out to those two, that father and son that testified.
Yeah, the pedestrians
That saw the whole thing.
Yeah, they said they wasn't.
And to the activists and the journalists who exposed everything and everything.
Brandon Smith, they fought hard to get that tape release, man, and we appreciate you all for doing that, man, because that changed the course of Chicago's police history with civilians, and that exposed them for who they really are. And you know, when you talk to your buddies that are our police, you know, the black ones, our black buddies that's police, they're in a catch-22 thing, because they got families, homes. They like their vacation good. They do a lot of overtime. They do a lot of other shit. They living okay, you know. Being a policeman is a job, man. I got one dude. He works on the homicide, man. And every time I see him, he's not at work. When I see him out, he be fucked up. I told him when man, you be fucked up, man. You probably got to go see some counselor. He's like, man, I've been in that shit about 15 times. He's like, I'll be the first one at a murder scene. Why they got the body up there? I'm like, you know how many bodies I've seen? So I'm like, yeah, I seen him on Sealy one day when a dude got shot 17 times. And he was the first one out there. He's like, this is my job, man. This is what I do.
How many years is he in?
He like 18 years in. He
got 2 more. He should retire. I believe the motherfucker should retire from the police force at 20.
20 years.
If you got 20 years, what the fuck are you serving 25 years for? Just for what? Go get your pension. Sit on your ass. Go get your pension. Go vacation. Just don't go over to the forest preserves or go to McDonald's at 6 o'clock in the morning and talking shit 6 o'clock in the morning at McDonald's and shit. Go sit over in the forest preserves because you don't want to go home to your old lady.
Hey man, them guys that be at McDonald's at 6 in the morning,
yeah,
they know a lot. They know a lot.
A lot about what?
They know a lot about life. The older guys,
man,
they know a lot. Like
there's so much other shit to do outside of
I know what you're saying.
Please don't let that be you.
No.
Don't you go sit your ass over there in Dunkin' Donuts in 20 years and talk about.
I'm going to Hawaii. At 50, I'm going to Hawaii.
For good?
I don't give a fuck if I'm homeless for 2 years. I'm going to Hawaii.
Hit it. Bombs. You gonna take that 9-hour flight and go over there and eat pig and shit?
I'm going to go to San Francisco, see my old man. Thank him for doing a hell of a lousy job. Big crystal piece of shit. Tell him this is yours. You be the shittiest pops ever. Then I'm going to Hawaii.
So you got 3 more years.
3 more years. That's my
2 more years. 2 more years. You turn 48 this year.
I turned 48
this month.
2 weeks. 13 days.
Yeah. What we gonna do?
We don't know this shit.
The usual, Francis. Yeah, get a drink.
I don't know this shit. Get a
drink.
But the 24th in 2 years, I'm going to Hawaii.
You're gonna get kidnapped by 2 big bras and get fed grapes and poured Heineken in and shit like that, or Stella Artois.
The other night I was partying, man. I went to Fred house to discuss them doing like a little show like we doing.
The Cuts of Conversation shit.
Yeah.
Shout out to Cuts of Conversations, yeah.
Yeah, y'all check that out. It's something different.
Magic Mike is branching out. He about to forget about reasonable ignorance.
No, it's just
He's
something
doing
good
Cuts of
barbershop. I just
Conversation.
want to give y'all a piece of the barbershop for what we go through on a daily basis, and introduce y'all to some of the guys I work with, some of the characters that come in.
When is it coming out?
We drop one every other week.
Yeah.
So we drop one every week, but we record every other week, every other Saturday, 2:30s. Fall in, come through with the popcorn.
Gotcha.
It'll be something to do, but it turned into a party. So I went from drinking Tito's to 1800 to Patron, one Heineken. Do you know what happened yesterday?
What?
I didn't move.
I know.
Out the house.
This you every time that you get drunk.
Out the house. I couldn't move. I could not do shit. That's all I could do was shit.
You can't drink like that no more, man.
No, them days is over with.
Yeah, you getting older, man. Your body's getting older, man. We can't
Sweating
drink
shit.
like that.
No, man. I'm 2 shots and I'm gone.
Hey, rewind. Woman explains how her boyfriend flirting on timeline led her to cheat on him with her work boyfriend, her best friend's ex, a married guy, and a dude from the club. Everything was great at first. He has a lot of qualities that I think a life partner should have, but he also talks to a lot of women online. I confronted him. He promised he would stop, but it keeps happening over and over again. But he became too much for me, and I ended up cheating on him with the guy at work. It was this guy's leaving to do, and we got both pretty hammered. He's younger, and he fancies me. That night we ended up flirting, going back to his flat. The sex was fun, but his new job is 200 miles away. I don't think I'm going to see him. That seemed to break the ice for me. A few days later, I slept with my friend's ex, then a guy I knew from school, but he's married, so I'm not going to go there again. Then my ex and me, and then the 5th guy met in a club. I still see the last one. He isn't perfect, but he's okay. He makes me happy, and the sex is great. I don't have sex very often with my boyfriend. I know my relationship with my boyfriend has to end. What does that talk to you about? What does that say when you hear that shit? Because he's talking online to women. She goes out and gets fucked in her box by 5 different niggas. All types of nut all up in there and shit.
Shout out to the first guy.
Pop it!
He broke that hoe out. He busted out on some serious fucking. And she had it held down for a minute, but shit, man, it is what it is. It was a chick the other day. She said her boyfriend was cheating on her with a bitch online. She said he didn't even know, but she changed it. She had a picture she created. She took another picture and created it. She was cheating online with him. He was cheating online with her.
That's fucked up.
So he don't even know what he talking to this. He talking to his bro. Don't even. That's some shit.
That's some wild shit.
I said, man, I had to put the phone down. I said, I can't be this drunk. She done took another picture of a fine bitch, created accepted him. Now they flirting online and now they cheating together. Mm-hmm. Cheating on he cheating on her with her. Your dumb ass.
Ain't that some wild shit?
That first lady though, she that's been in her.
And did you see the tweet I put up? Said the bitch said my pussy tastes like water, and she live in Flint, Michigan.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. They circle.
Pop that! Pop!
She said my pussy tastes like water. Then they said location, Flint, Michigan. They circled it. Man, people crazy.
Oh my God.
Man, that Twitter world is when some bitch took a picture, man, looking fly as hell. Then they circle the toilet stool behind her. She get some shit in it.
Oh, I did see that one, yeah.
Man, people crazy. That Twitter world is a whole different world. I try to tell people, like, they're all bullshitting on
Man.
Hey, let me play this for you.
Go ahead.
This is one of the funniest moments ever in the history of movie cinema for black people and this movie cinema period.
Gotcha.
Hell on, here you go.
You know goddamn well, you wrong, man. All the puss I hooked your ass up with. You better wear your bulletproof vest all day. Oh, motherfucker! Yeah.
R.I.P. to Bernie Mac.
That movie 20 years old, man. That's one of the funniest scenes ever, man. Ice Cube said he just told him to go off. He said, just go off script, do whatever, ad-lib. He's like, just make it funny as you can. He said, man, they had to laugh so motherfucking hard. Ice Cube said he had never laughed that hard.
Players Club?
That Players Club, with that scene right there.
Was that, speaking of Players Club, was that Charlie Murphy's first movie?
Oh, no.
No, CB4 was. CB4, no, it might have been something else shit, too. In the Eddie Murphy's movies, but I distinctly remember in CB4.
What?
Harlem Nights. He was in Harlem Nights.
He was. He didn't have a,
He
didn't have
was in
a,
Harlem Nights, wasn't
yeah, he was.
He didn't speak or nothing like
Who?
that. Charlie Murphy.
Yeah.
What was
Yeah,
I say?
CB4, he was Gusto.
Did you see?
He walked up to you and said, what you want, punk? You said, Gusto, I want to talk to you. He said, what's your name, bitch?
And the dude that was with him had the throat thing, talking in your throat.
Did I ever tell you about the dude that was substituting Harper like that?
No.
They had the thing like that. And he called all the names. That nigga did 2 periods, he left. Fucking him so much. Michael Walton, I'm here. What's happening? What you want? Y'all think it's a game, huh? You think it's a game? We fuck with that, man. That nigga did 2 periods. He left school. Man, that's just how crazy Harper was, man. Like, man, I'm telling you. A girl named Mary got her ass whooped. Like, got her ass whooped. So my boy walked up to her. He could sing real good. That nigga said, Aretha Franklin, Mary, don't you weep. Tell Martha not to roll. Then he said, what you really need to do is carry your ass home. Now she got a black eye and scratch face. And she worried and shit. Like, this school here was crazy.
Did you see about the part about real quick? The rental office is banning any woman that wears a bonnet.
Yeah.
You can't go in the rental office with a bonnet on.
Yeah, take that shit off, bitch. This chick better not bounce.
What you about to say?
The rental office.
Like when you go pay your rent for your you're a homeowner, so you
Pop it. It's like you see how the bougie shit come out. What the fuck is that?
But the rent office. Basics probably.
He's like, what the fuck?
I thought y'all talking about the car rental place. I'm like, no, they won't rent it.
So usually when you're on Section 8.
Go ahead.
And you got just two floors. It looked like when Martin Luther King was assassinated at the Lorraine Hotel. One of the buildings. You got a rental office downstairs. So when you go pay your annual $8 a month for Section 8, because you get this 2-bedroom with 16 kids and your baby daddies, they trying to check in and shit in and out. So all you got is your pajamas to wear, your flip-flops with the fur on them, and your bonnet. And bitches wear that shit everywhere.
And they banned them.
Walmart.
I was gonna say Walmart is a perfect place.
Drop their kids off at school, little Madman. By the way, anybody that name their kid Madman, be sure to get some insurance on him as soon as he's born.
Oh my God.
Take $10 a month, put 10 towards attorney fees, and 10 towards his life insurance. That way he can soften the blow when he
Got about 4 cousins named Man. They got a nephew named Man.
Joy is little brother's name is Art. Art. They came in there. That's what his family call him, Man. He's 31 years old. They still call him Man. Did you see the?
He mad as hell.
Did you see? I told him I said his name is Arthur. Did you see the video that Annika posted in with the bitch laying out in church and they all put money on her and shit?
Yeah.
Did you see the shit?
I seen the thumbnail. I ain't click on it.
Oh man,
She shouted her ass off. She shouted so much they just started walking up putting money down.
That's some shit. She shot her ass and fell out.
She had a 27-piece on, didn't she?
She had a what?
27-piece.
What's that mean?
Her hairstyle.
I don't know. No, she bald head and shit. I'm looking at the video now. They just putting money on top of her, and she just laid out.
That's something.
Ain't that some shit?
What was she doing? Just screaming or something?
I don't know. It don't make it. They was
she
in church somewhere.
She was just laid out.
Just laid out in church.
Money on her.
And they just started putting money on her and shit. Period.
So if you go into church and lay on the ground, people put money on you?
In the black church.
I'm gonna go to a black church now.
Go for it.
Maybe I'll lay on the ground and get some money.
Go to a well known.
Break bread with us.
Yeah. Break theirs and just show out.
I ain't going to church.
I'm called selfish when I wake my wife in the middle of the night for sex. Funny how it wasn't an issue 10 months ago prior to us getting married. Am I out of bounds for telling her this is her wife's duty?
No. Keep paying all the bills. Do what you do. Pull your dick out and put it on whenever you're ready to. Do it. I'm telling you, you can easily be replaced, baby.
Bombs! Tell her! One more time.
You can easily be replaced, baby.
Pop it!
I seen a big booty bitch at Walmart earlier with her pajamas and her bone on. She would love to be in this king size bed. You know how long she been sleeping in that twin bed with her daughter? She will fuck on demand.
Oh my God.
They can make me a turkey sandwich, a turkey BLT, and shut the fuck up and give me the remote.
Especially the way they be crying in these posts on Facebook.
Did you see old boy that told his girl that she was looking at too many makeup?
Yeah.
And then that lady said, "You want to talk? You want to talk? Is you dead ass?
You dead ass? Yes, that lady.
He said, "Yeah, I'm dead ass." She said, "You watch porn all day and you still can't fuck."
Damn.
That man had nothing to say.
He was. They said his soul left his body.
Yeah, I really think he did.
He got mad.
Damn.
Yeah, he couldn't say a word.
He got fucking mad. That shit was wild.
And he was the one recording it. Here you go.
This is all day, every day. Look. All day, every day. You watch all these makeup videos and your makeup still be trash, though. What do you learn from this? What do you learn from this? What do you learn from this? You don't know how to learn? You don't know how to learn? I do know how to learn, man. So come on, get it up. You do that all day, every day for what? My makeup be on point, and I know you're not one to talk. All day for what? Are you dead ass? Yes. You be out here watching porn all day, every day, and you still don't know how to fuck. Go ahead. Go ahead, I dare you. You trying to play me? Yeah, bitch. Play you.
Damn. Call him a bitch and everything.
Oh, sleep, bitch. Talk to me nice.
Pop it! That's some shit to say right there.
Hey, listen.
Wait, she said, "Talk to me nice."
Talk to me nice. Bitch. All you can do then is go get the hefty bag and start packing your shit, man, because you no longer are the man of that relationship. Some men run their relationship. Some men run around their relationship. He clearly runs around his relationship. Bitch. Talk to me nice. She told you can't fuck and call you a bitch. What are you still there for? Obviously, you have nowhere else to go. She might as well just bring her nigga in there now and just, this is the way I want to be fucked. Cause you really not the man no more. You not the man no more to no shit like that.
I would.
You not fucking her right, and she call you a bitch.
And she said, "Talk to me nice."
Hey, baby, where the tampons at? I'm gonna stick one on my ass. I am a bitch.
That's wild, ain't it? Talk to me nice. And that wasn't no. That didn't sound like one of them ones that them videos that these niggas be doing for comedy.
Fake videos and shit.
This wasn't staged.
She said, "You dead ass." I want a bitch to say that to me.
And he ain't had no comeback, huh?
No. Look at you have to look at the video.
Damn.
She said, "Talk to me nice."
Hey.
Bitch.
That's the same. We finally got Z-Man the curse. Bombs, yes.
Certain words can just dehumanize you and add extra flavor to whatever you're saying. Like it was a song on the night Biggie Smalls was singing in the shop, and they said he said a little part. Then I said, "Bitch." Everybody looked at me like that adds a little flavor to it, right? That's like that's the hot sauce on that shit. Like, what he's saying was great, bitch. That adds more to it. That just adds on to it.
When did guys allow women or guys allow each other to start calling them the B-word?
When they lost the structure. Yeah. They lost the structure.
I think when we start getting locked up.
For real?
For anytime that they can call, yeah. They can call you, get locked up right now. For anything. You know what I'm saying? So, you really don't have too many fucking options. You know what I'm saying?
You talking about when they call you a bitch and you could choke their ass.
Yeah, like that.
Like
that
you
shit.
could,
But now you get
15 years ago, you couldn't do that. You couldn't call me the B word. One dude called another dude the B word was not tolerable. These kids allow that shit.
It was unheard of.
Yeah, you used to say bitch ass nigga. You know what I'm saying?
Still, you was ready to fight after that.
Yeah. In certain senses, yeah, you be ready to fight after that. But then everybody, it got socialized to be okay. But now they call each other bitch. Come here, bitch.
Damn.
Hit me back, bitch. You know what I'm saying?
that's rough, ain't it?
It is.
That's
Very
rough.
rough. I couldn't even look at myself if I called one of y'all bitch.
You know what?
Without saying bitch ass nigga or I just couldn't even do it. Or even worse.
Certain words.
That whole New York, just real quick, 1 second. That whole New York shit, I could not live in New York. I couldn't. You tell me to suck my dick, suck your dick, nigga, I'm fucking you up, man.
You never invite another man to your dick.
Never.
2 things you don't pull out and don't use them: your gun or your dick. You pull them motherfuckers out, you got to use them.
Bombs. I mean, that's what them New York niggas tell each other. The young versions, they tell it, suck my dick without no problem.
Well, you know what to stop all that? The nigga pull out his gun and his dick and say, you pick where you want him to go. Both going in. That'll stop all that shit.
Pop it.
You want this gun in your mouth and my dick in your ass, or this gun in your ass and my dick in your mouth? What do you want? Since she wants to be so tough. No. Don't call nobody now. We finna shoot off.
Did you see? Did you all see the fight at the trans
Motherfucker
people?
got a decision to make, don't he?
The trans women fight. You didn't see the video?
Who's that?
The video you said we needed to get her a security guard.
Oh, the big bitch?
Yeah.
We're fighting the niggas in the red and white shirts?
Yeah, it was.
Nigga.
This was a convention or some kind of contest, and it was like all the trans people were there. Black of course.
Oh, so that was a woman.
Yeah.
Through that table.
That was
caught the chair.
She threw the table. Yeah. I don't know if that was a woman or if that was a man dressed up or a trans woman.
That was a big motherfucker.
She threw that table out. Yeah.
Like the real lunchroom table. She picked that motherfucker up and threw it like she was Hurricane Michael.
And then took a couple of chairs. They threw chairs at her.
She swatted one down like a large one and caught the other one like she was Randy Moss. She mossed that bitch.
That shit was wild. That video is wild. They was doing color commentary. You're going to have to find the original video and do your own commentary to the shit.
Man, that's some shit. That's rough.
Real quick, your man Andre Drummond, man, from Detroit Pistons,
You got 2 Instagram models pregnant.
Yeah, ain't this some shit? What's wrong with these niggas, man? Why do they keep getting caught up like this? Z, Sound God, Magic. Why do they keep caught up with these Chicanos or these non-black
women? They've been playing ball their whole life.
Non-black women, every time they catch it, they see.
They've been playing ball their whole life. For one. Then they get a hold of some money. You live in your dream, you got a lot of time on your hands. You starting to see nothing but fine women. There's nothing but fine women around you. You're not seeing no bitches that's busted. These bitches that they see, they come from the hood just like everybody else, but they got their shit together and they in it for one thing. It's like the same bro that got the pregnant by Carmelo Anthony. That bitch was sleeping on the air mattress, man. She was doing the bottle service at the shrine. She was nobody. But I told you several episodes ago, go back in episodes. When you're uneducated and you don't have a skill and you don't have a job, it's only 3 ways a woman gonna make money.
What's that?
On her knees, on her back, or bending over.
Bombs!
And with that being said, Andre Drummond, you got to play basketball till you 58 now, brother.
Pop! And they phasing out that big man, the big man position like a motherfucker. So you can't shoot that 3, Andre Drummond. Your ass gonna get them Greg Monroe contracts.
you see my man he about to be sitting down for a while.
Who?
Dwight Howard.
Yeah, he got a butt muscle problem.
Yeah, he fucking too much. He got about 11 kids.
Yeah.
About 11 kids. Big old silly nigga that probably, tell him what, this is some wild shit you sent me today.
What's that?
Well,
Yeah. NBA niggas is gay. Yeah, I'll send it to you. I'm gonna send it to you also. I'm gonna send it to you. It's some wild
shit. And by the
shit.
way, fuck Jimmy Butler. We appreciate y'all, man. The name of this one is Blow That Bitch.
Let that bitch blow. Reasonable Ignorance Podcast, now on Apple Podcasts, now anywhere where you hear podcasts, on SoundCloud, Spreaker, Pocket Cast, wherever you hear podcasts at, we are there. If we're not there, let me know. reasonableignorance@gmail.com. Magic Mike, Sound God Mike, Z-Man, Delcia, we miss you, we love you, and everything. Magic?
If it is to be, it's to be up to me. Y'all take that with y'all, man. Every day through life, man. No matter what. If you don't love nobody else, love yourself first, man. Love yourself first before you love anybody else.
And quit. And all you ball playing niggas down south, or any ball playing nigga everywhere, leave them white women alone. They jamming y'all the fuck up. They've been jamming y'all up for the last 70-something years. Y'all must ain't seen Malcolm X movie. They done got a nigga out from the wide receiver from motherfucking Wisconsin Badgers. Got him for rape he raped two white women up there. Got him going to court and everything. Nigga, you down south niggas gotta stop. As soon as y'all get some pussy from white women, y'all go crazy. Y'all gotta stop that shit, man. Every time y'all don't do something right, they gonna go to motherfucking police on your ass, man. Stop. Stick with your own. She ain't gonna tell. She just want some money and a Chanel bag. Bombs.
A new bonnet.
Bombs. She gonna tell you, let that bitch blow.
After she blow you. No, Mike, I'm gone, man.